Hey, storytelling Ryan. I'm trying something different here. I am prepping. I'm going to prep this, and I got some new art assets here. You know, all AI work, but I'm going to prep a whole new post-APOC campaign, but it's going to be for a solo RPG. Now, I'm not into solo RPGing. And the solo RPG I'm doing here is I want to turn it into kind of a narrative. This is all an experiment. I don't even know how far I'm going to get with this. But it's just been on my mind because I just, you know, that watching Fallout, watching all these shows, there's nothing out there I want to watch. I want to watch Christians, missionaries, evangelizing in these epic adventures. And there's Homestead on Angel Studios, but it's all very sort of dramatic and real, and they don't even have any sort of evangelism. There's like people right literally outside their camp or their base, and they don't even evangelize. It's all about drama, and God's got this, you know. But I want I want to be a Christian. Evangelism and church planting. So this is a prep for that show or whatever I'm gonna do. This is all an experiment, but I'm gonna go ahead and record the prepping of it in this new artwork that I'm using, and I gotta create at least the initial hexes around the base, and I'm gonna copy some of the I'm smacking my lips, don't do that, or my tongue. And don't say the maps from the actual RPG that we're doing on Thursdays, but I want to kind of don't say I want to make a narrative and just see if I can do that. Okay, so first thing I need to do is create the world around the home base, because that's the start of the game. Is the characters got to scout out the different hexes and then determine which direction they want to go to start looking for survivors in this post-apocalyptic, explicitly Christian, because we can explicitly do our faith. So here I go. I'm going to roll for the top. Now that I'm going to change this name obviously to whatever I roll. So I'm going to start with the main hex map prep here. Let me roll a d6 for the main terrain up there. 1 is mountains. Okay, so that one's already mountains. Let me, I'm going to throw up. I kind of feel like I should just throw the similar ones, like it's a similar sort of environment. I'm going to do that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move around and do them all, and then I'll delve into each one. And and when you start the game too, they should probably know what it is, just because they've lived there for their whole life, so they kind of know what the hexes are around them, but they haven't actually gone to them, so and examined them. So the northwest ruins here. Let me roll that one. I'm sure it'll change. Oh, gotta roll it. D6. Roll. 4. What is a 4? 4 is bog marshlands over here. Bog marshlands. Oh, D4 for what kind? Okay, let me roll that. What kind of bog marshlands? A 1 kind. Mushy. Okay, whatever that. Bog marshlands. Let me see what we got here. Bog marshlands. All right. Let me do that. And I do want to kind of limit the amount. Mushy marsh. I do want to limit the amount of like text or graphics I have on this display, and kind of maybe do my own notes somewhere for this little story, so that I'm not popping up a bunch of feeds inside the actual. So let me kind of. I think I'm going to use this over here. And that way I can just do that. And then I'm going to take notes. I need to take notes. I don't want to do it on there, or at least not on the document. I got to make a whole new document. I guess I'll just do that. Okay, just a new page. Now I'll figure out the formatting on this later. Man, this is going to be tricky. Tricky in the sense of, all right, let me pause this because I need to figure this out. How I'm going to set this up. How do I want to set this up? All right, I'm creating a little InDesign file here for the for my setting script. Okay, so 1 northwest mushy Marsh. Okay. All right, let's go down to forest and see what we got going on there. Gonna roll a d6. Come on. D6. 3. And another reason why I'm making these videos too is because there's nothing out there for us Christians. Nothing. I'm watching nothing. I mean, I'm watching RPGs, but there's nothing. Everyone, they're all like talking about their RPGs, and they're all pagans, and they're all, I don't know what their faith is, and I don't care. Well, you know, no one is talking about an RPG Christian, and yet the entire world we live in right now, the entire RPG world that they come from, that has been created, is because of Christians, and yet we've got no Christians in this RPG setting, in the culture. No one. Gary Gygax said he was a Christian. You know, don't say you know. And he didn't. The 80s, there was no apologetics. There was no Christian apologetics. People believed in the faith of Christianity. We were bludgeoned with Carl Sagan and Cosmos and evolution, that it was factoid. Now we know it's a lie, but it was a fact, and it was hammered into us. And Christians were on the retreat for sure. We were on our heels in retreat, ashamed and embarrassed. And I was barely a Catholic at that time as a kid. But the Christians were, and the guy that discovered Christian apologetics, Case for Christ, he was not a Christian. He was an atheist, and he was a Chicago reporter, and he investigated Christianity because he wanted to know why the heck people believed in it. And he knew no one in his Chicago Tribune reporters, he didn't know a Christian, like one. That's crazy. Now that I'm thinking about, the Christian, don't say the Christian culture, how it was that we were considered Christian, but no one in the power play and in the cultural zeitgeist that controlled it all, they were not Christians. They didn't know anybody Christian. So yeah. Okay, let's go down to the south. So we gotta be explicitly Christian. If you're a Christian, you gotta be explicit. You gotta be at church, gotta be serving, gotta be in the gang warfare, people. If you don't think it's a gang warfare, you're not with Christ. Gotta be a little harsh, because I only recently learned this myself last year. Okay, this one here. What am I doing? Rolling. If I rolled, I forgot what it is, so I'll roll again. A 3. 3 is, what is 3? Oh, it's over here. 3 is, I kind of want to show you, so I'm going to go ahead and put it up here so you can see what I'm doing. Let me get back to, here it is, 3. 3 is massive nuclear crater. Oh, that's the part 2. Let me go up to part 1. Part 1, please. That's right here. What did I say? 3? Yeah. Forest. All right, let's roll a D4 for the type of forest. 4. Mutated forest. Oh, I don't have an artwork for that. Darn it. I'll just use what I got here. Mutated forest. Okay. I mean, still doable. Mutated. Alrighty. Does it look better like that? Okay, that's not really that important. All right, the bottom, 1 south. Let's roll this one. 5. Toxic wasteland. Okay, gotta have one of those. Toxic wasteland. So I'm going to create some characters, like 4 basic characters, and I think a 1 woman and 3 men kind of a thing, young missionary types, and I'm going to do a story. I'm going to act them out, kind of hopefully a quick story, move them along, but in real roles, like they're fighting and encounters and what they do, and play. Don't say play it out. All right, next one here, Southeast Ruins. Oops, gotta roll. 1. I think that's mountains again. Yeah, mountains. All right, let me put this one in here. A little drier mountains. Whether that matters or not, I don't know, but text. Southeast is mountains again. Okay. Whew. Now, obviously, I know what's what, but I'm going to play the characters like they don't know what's what. Okay. The one northeast up here. Let's roll that one. A 4. I think that's forest, but I'll check. Forest. Let me roll the D4 for the kind of forest. A 4. Ooh, another mutated forest. Okay. We'll just go ahead and copy paste this one over here. Maybe I could make it let me see if I can kind of give it a little more of a greenish color just to kind of give it a sense. That's a little too green. How do I kind of do that? I don't think I'm gonna do this. Okay, just leave it normal. I'll remember. All right. Northeast is a mutated forest. Okay. Let me go ahead and write these down in my little notes here. There's got to be. What was that? How did I do that? H space. What? A space? Okay. Oh, no, come on. Gonna do 6 of these. 5, 6. All right, I will worry about other things later. North of Mushy, North Mountains, okay. Southwest mutated forest, okay. Southwest, whoa, what did I do? Oh, I don't know what keys that was. Okay, southwest. Southwest. What? Southwest. Mutated. Dang it. Forest. I don't know what little. Okay. Just getting the notes here. 1 south toxic. Toxic. Okay. 1 southeast mountains. Mountains. Okay. And 1 northeast mutated forest. Mutated forest. Okay. Now I'm going to roll what is in each one. And I don't need to go to the map for this. It's just this document and the game document. All right. Oh, I've got to roll the dice, so I'll go ahead and do that as well, I guess. Okay. I do need to do that. All right. So we'll start with the mountains. There it is. Let me roll a d6. This is all kind of live and 1. I don't know if that matters. Fauna, prayer, predator, life support. Let me grab that as well. Fauna, prayer, predator, life support. Okay, so basic stuff there. I think I just do that. It'll come up the same because we're in the same. I'm using the same document settings. Okay, then for the next one, mutated forest. Okay, 1. Ooh, these are the lower numbers are usually the weaker. Forest. Flora, rations in abundance, fleeing small vermin. So they might see. So this one's going to be walk in the park. Walk in the mutated forest. For them. Okay. Next one, mutated forest. Let me roll the d6. Another. Wait, that's what I just did. 6. Oh, I did this one. Okay, so let me do the mushy marsh. Mushy marsh is a 6. Yeah. Marsh. Bog, same thing. 6. Lost. Roll on replenish. Reroll after any encounter. Randomly exit hex from 1 to 6 sides. Ooh, that's okay. They're gonna get lost. Reroll after any encounter. Randomly exit hex from 1 of 6 sides. Okay, that's a little weird, but I'm gonna do. I don't know who wrote that. Oops. Okay, and then let me add its. Oh, I still roll the beast stuff if I get a beast. Oops, no, I'm going up on here. If no amphibious vehicle minus dice rations and low tech, rolling all beast stuff uses 46 keep highest. Oops, gotta remember what I'm switching to here. Let me put that there, but it's going to go with the mushy marsh. Yeah, they're going to get stuck, get lost. It's okay. Lost. Roll on replenish. Reroll after any encounter. Randomly exit hex from 1. Reroll after encounter. Randomly. So this actually needs another comma, I think. Random. Reroll after any encounter. This should be kind of a like that. Reroll after any encounter. Lost. Roll on replenish. Reroll after any encounter. Randomly exit hex from 1 of 6 sides. I mean, you know, I have to find sort of create a lost mechanic there for that. This is obviously being very short about it. Reroll after any encounter. Randomly exit hex from 1 of 6 sides. I need to simplify this for this and then for myself. So let me pause and think about it and then I'll get back. Okay, I'm just going to play it like they got to roll some of their skills to find their way. Plus their driving skills. And then if they fail, they lose some stuff and they got to do it again. I'm just going to do something simple like that. And play that out. And then roll an encounter, potential encounter. This is the potential encounter right here, encounter roll. So let me grab this. I want to grab these over here, encounter rolls. I mean, I could just leave it here, but I'll just pull it in to the storybook. Okay. Bring this in. And let's go to toxic. Toxic. 1 toxic. Zombified things, mass of to be awakened. Okay. Now these are going to get more than just what I'm rolling, obviously, but I'm just starting with the basics. Put that in there. Mountains. Let's roll mountains again. We got 3 mountains in this thing. 3. Dangerous terrain, a drive or travel test. Okay. Let's grab all that and clean it up. Drive test or -4 vitality to D4 crew. Like they get beat up. Drive test or... No, I'm going to say stressed. Drive test or stress resist to D4 crew. To just crew, everybody. Everyone's got to resist the crew stress test. I'm going to say stress 5. So I'm gonna update the actual rulebook that way too. Okay, and dangerous terrain, a drive or travel test. Okay, so yeah. I feel like some of these they're just going to drive right through. So I think the mountains they're going to drive right through. So I may want to drive through. I may want to put something beyond it, which is fine. I just got to have it prepared then. Drive through, and the other one too. The mutated foot. Well, the okay, let me just move on. Mutated forest. Let me roll that one. I'm just doing the basic rolls right now. 3. For mutated forest would be 3 again. Arachnoids or dinosaurian dominant beast. Okay, there we go. Drive test or heaviest tool to remove debris. Damage resist with savvy and whip and skill. So what that means is they can get their savvy and skill to, they roll it, they save, then their heaviest tool doesn't get damaged, otherwise it gets damaged. They gotta repair it. You know, I'll just take off a few supplies for the repair. Let me grab this, put it in here. Mutated forest. So I gotta sort of ante up on that. Okay. I want to do one more though because of the drive through mountains. I just feel like I need to do one more, which is I think the north one. Let's see, which one is this one? The southeast one. Just in case they decide to. Oh, let me get these. Get rid of all this over here. I don't need any of these guys here now. I'm gonna not use these anymore. My doodles. Okay. And I was going to do, well, shoot, that's 3 sides. I will flesh those out later. Let's just stick with these. Okay. All right. Let's roll a little more in depth here. Fauna, prey, predator, life support. Life support being rations. They can find food and stuff. Okay. Oh, let me do drive. Let me replace this drive test with this updated version. And I think there was 3 mountains. Oh, that's 3 because of the middle one, the home base. Okay. Let me roll on fauna prayer. So just a regular roll. I mean, it could be a monster, but I'm going to. Oh, I can add some secondary stuff, but let me go ahead and do the roll for this first. Okay, D6, just a regular D6. It's sort of like the dominant creature they would encounter. Oh, a 6. Oh, 6. Roll again. If 6, roll on monsters table. If 5 or less, a beast. Roll 2. Okay, so whoa. Okay. Ugh. Hey, this just got exciting. A 1. Okay. Okay. If 5 or less, a beast. Okay, so a beast. Roll 2d6, keep highest for attacks. Okay. Roll 2d6 for... Keep highest for attack. A 2. Okay, just a melee. Pincers, plus grapple. If so, then crush. Okay, so we have a beast in here. Let me... Oops, wrong place. Here. Okay, beast, pincer, grapple. So let's see what kind of beast this is. You know, some sort of attack like that. Darn it, I keep going there. I don't need to. Or maybe I do. Okay. Here, type of critter. Okay, yeah. D12. that this is going to be a 10. 10 is a crustacean. Okay, that makes sense. So a rock climber thing. Some sort of rock climber. Okay. Yep. Okay. Through the mountains. Sure. This thing kind of dominates the area. There's going to be like natural animals too, but that'll be the dominant thing in that area. I don't feel like it should have anything else, but let me roll. I can obviously roll here. Feature 2 rolls, d6 each. These 2 right here. Let's just do that. I'm gonna maybe, so top 1 and bottom 1. Okay, so top 1, bottom 1. 3 is top, 4 is bottom. Add small ruin off the side of the roads. Okay, and then 4 is ambush site. Yeah, okay. Crabs. Well. Oh, well, let me roll it. There's kind of an extra thing there. D4. 1. Ambush site, critters. I'll just say the crabs. So, oops. So the site that they're going to want to stop at is going to have the ambush by cracks or whatever they're called. Yeah. Okay. That's it. I think that's good enough. They're gonna have to drive through the mountains. Then they're gonna have to find this encounter, and I'll give them some rolls, like aware rolls and all that kind of stuff, and we'll play it out. Oop! Don't. I don't know what that's called. Don't do that. Don't say you know. Don't smack my lips or whatever it's called. All right, that's it for that one. I'll make some artwork for that. Northwest Mushy Marsh. So this is like my production side of filmmaking. Don't say you know. I was in this computer game industry. I worked at Blizzard. I worked at Blur Studios. I knew Tim Miller. I did a bunch of computer animation, produced. I wasn't, don't say you know. I wasn't successful. I was successful, but I left because I wanted more. I wanted independent. And I did an independent film all on my own after that. And I didn't want to, I didn't want to work through the networking. I wasn't good at it. I wasn't good at schmoozing and networking. I just couldn't do it. So as an independent artist, I did it. I finally did it all on my own. It took me forever, though, to get to where I realized I needed to do it on my own. It took me forever to figure that out because I always wanted to partner with somebody. So I did my own. I made a CG feature length. And, don't say you know. And I got it into the Hollywood Film Festival. I got sales agents. I got 2 in a row. Like one, they took it to the AFM. It actually sold, but then they dropped it. They got cold feet on it because it was a little CG thing, an indie. It was way better than the little stupid little horrors they were doing. It was a DVD distributor. This is right before the Blockbuster crash and the 2008 mortgage crisis. The second year my film went to AFM with a new distributor who was all excited about it, even gave me a page of all the sales I was doing, all these territories, because it would fit in with all of their DVD rental things that they sold. They sold like package deals to each state, each foreign country, and got all this money. And they said, I was going to make like 200,000, which I'm happy with because my cost was less than 100,000 to make it by myself. And this film I did. And it was kind of like this post-apoc kind of sci-fi fun little film. Very, don't say very game cinematic, 80s, 90s game cinematic, but still, even the woman who's she's like this total foreigner with an accent. She's like, film it. It's like Star Wars. It's so crazy. It's got so many, don't say but she was the actual owner of the agency that was going to sell my film. And then the 2008 mortgage crisis happened. So I think God decided to do this entire national crisis so that I wouldn't fall into the pagan film industry. I think that's what he did. He had planned that all out. No, but so I did all that. I mean, I was close. I don't say no. Dang, I didn't want to say that. after that, I even started on a second film. I was so frustrated with the system, and I was going to do it again. And YouTube was kind of getting big at that point, and I started on a second film. But then I was becoming Christian, or conservative at least, and Christian. And my daughter, I kept talking to my daughter, and she's in high school, about how terrible the schools are, and I was teaching her about pro-life and creation and all this stuff. I was ranting and stuff, and she said, "Fine, Dad, let's homeschool," because she was getting fed up with her school. It was kind of crazy, and she just challenged me, and I went, "Oh man." So I stopped. I literally stopped in the middle of this, my second film, which was even, I think, better than the first one. No, it's unfinished to this day, but it was like 60-70% finished, but not totally finished. Very still rough around the edges, blah blah blah. But I learned a lot from the first one, and I was making the second one, and it was becoming faster. And it was going to be an epic. It's an epic sci-fi, but or not epic, but very focused on small characters, small adventure. I didn't want big epic. I wanted small adventures, small micro fun adventures in sci-fi. But today I want that same thing. I just want it to be missionaries, because church is the culture that all the RPG guys, all these game conventions, all these exist in a Christian culture, and they are denying the Christian foundation of their freedom. And you can see our freedom is getting torn away from us, bit by bit, sliced away from us. Look at Europe; they're losing their freedoms, they're losing their freedom of speech. They're controlling what you think at the game, even at the game conventions. You can't be a Christian at a game convention, so that's tyranny right there. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Northwest Mushy Marsh. Okay, so roll all beasts. Okay, you lost roll or push roll. Can't randomly set it. Okay, so there's no real, I'm not gonna say there's a direct like actual encounter, but there can be random encounters, because all it is they're lost. It's a very lost marsh. There's going to be basic creatures, but nothing that's going to threaten them. But since there can be a random encounter, I do need to create at least a beast for that, just in case. And it's always a beast I can always have anyway. So let's go ahead and roll that. Potential beast. Okay. The potential beast of the marsh is going to be, since it's a marsh, I believe I have a rule there, of 46. Okay, so let's roll 46. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's just a beast. Beast, roll 2d6, keep highest for attacks. Okay. 2d6 and a 5. Tentacle plus grapple. If so, then bite attack. Okay, that's definitely a swampy type potential there. Let's put that in the storybook. Random beast. Random. Okay, I don't want like that. It's too big of a headline there. Random beast is gonna be regular heading. There we go. Let's do regular or subheading. No. Heading sub. Okay. Random beast. Tentacle. Grapple. Bite. And then I need to roll what kind? D12. That just gives me a little more flavor. 4. Mammalian. Ooh. Mammalian with tentacles. Or something that grabs. It doesn't have to necessarily be tentacles. It's going to be challenging. I think that's it. I will sort of figure out what kind of creature that is at some point. Okay. Oh, I haven't. Where's my note? I thought I was going to have a note that was going to make like the inherent traits. Oh, I think I made the notes on here. Yeah. Okay. I was going to have these inherent traits and not unique abilities sort of be part of this somewhere, you know, in the be part of the creature making, because right now they're just optional. But I would like them to be rolled be part of it. But anyway, I'll figure that out later. All right, what else we got going on here? Let me look at the next one. Okay. Mutated forest. Flora, rations in abundance, fleeing small vermin. That one. Switching the rules here, or updating the rules rather. Drive tester heaviest tool to remove debris, damage resist with savvy and skill. Okay. Do I need anything around? Well, let me roll the extra stuff here. Features, 2 rules, d6 each. Okay. Let me do that just to see. I've got a 5 and a 2. 5. Abandoned or failed settlements, small. Old campsite, -1 die ring salvage for d8 sections. Right. Yeah, that still works for this because it's the old d20, but it still works for this. So it just makes it a little harder to find stuff. Here. Okay, I gotta remember how to do this, or my pattern here. Move this down. Running out of room. Okay, abandoned site, right? That's good. What's the other roll? 5 and a 2. 2 is, I think, nothing, like as is. Yeah, okay. All right, that's kind of cool. Little story there, little thing. And then it says there could be an encounter. So let me roll to the basic creature in the mutated forest. See what I got, you know. Don't say you know. Dang it. Okay, just gotta keep habitually reminding myself not to do that. And hopefully it'll go away. Row 2. Swarm of critters, okay? Sure, why not? Swarm of critters. Like 6. Ooh. Add a range attack. Ooh. And reroll for melee. Oh, okay. Let's roll the on a 6 side. So this thing is going to be a shooting thing and a melee thing. Ooh, pincers. Okay. It's going to be something small. Whatever it is. But could be dangerous. Swarm, pests, pincers, and ranged. At least one ranged. Let's see what I roll. A 3. Spikes, auto fire, lethal, medium. What about some giant mosquitoes or something? But they gotta shoot too. Spikes. I'll just leave it like that. That's a random encounter. Random encounter possibility. But if they're searching around in this place, let me go and roll the sections. How many sections are going to be searching? D8. Each section. 6 sections. Okay, so that's 6 potential encounters. Or for 6 sections. Now, well, each of them gets a roll in each section. So that's yikes. I'm going to have to definitely create those creatures. Yeah. All right, toxic. Let's roll in there. Okay. Roll a d6. Okay, I got too much going on here for my little brain, my little addled brain. Ooh, 6. Wait, what was that roll for? I already did the thing. Okay, I guess for this 6. Ruined unique building or sector from from before. D6s may have 1 salvage roll. Oh, so 1 salvage roll per section. So, okay. Ah. Ruined unique building or sector from before. Okay, well, let me just roll the d6 right now. So they don't get to roll each. Each of them doesn't get to roll. It's It's 1 per section, so they're not going to have that many rolls. But what was that roll? A 1. But oh, it's only 1 section. 1, 1, 1 section, or 1 salvage roll. So unique. That's might be cool. Okay. Zombified thing, mass up to be awakened. Oh, okay. So we're gonna have the zombies there somewhere. Well, zombies thing 66. Well, if it's zombies, I kind of know what zombies are, so I'm gonna just say 66 population. That's what I'll do. Let's do that right now. 66. How many zombies are in that area? You gotta deal with 20. Okay, 20. Okay, they're gonna be in the unique building, and that's gonna have something unique in it. And we'll go with that. All right, mountains. Dangerous terrain or drive or travel test. So, yeah, I feel like that one's. I mean, let's do an encounter roll. Let's go ahead and make another creature living in that area. Why not? Just a d6 roll. 5. Okay, it's a beast. And that's 2d6. I already know that. For attack. A 5. Okay. Tentacle. Okay, we got a tentacle beast again. Or something to that effect. Whatever. In this one here. Tentacle beast. And let me roll the type of beast. It is the type of beast. It's going to be a 9. Arachnoid spider. Okay, that makes sense. With the tentacloids. So giant spiders is always fun. We'll do some fear. Giant arachnoids. Yay. Okay. In the mountains. All right, let's go to the forest. Flora, rations in abundance, fleeing small vermin, no settlers, but roll for dominant beast, other fauna, arachnoids, or dinosaur dominant beast. Oh, it's just the 3. Sorry, yeah, I forgot to delete those ones. Just that one. Arachnoids are dinosaurian dominant beast. Okay, so it's a beast. So let me roll 2d6 for the type of attack. Oh, what is this? 6. Okay, that's a range. So let me roll that again for. Okay, so 2 ranged. Well, maybe 2. So I forgot to roll 2. I'm going to roll here. 2d6, 2d6, 2d6. Okay, so 5. So 5 is a tentacle. You'll see what I'm doing here in a minute. Well, I'll explain it. Tentacle, now 2 ranged. I'm going to roll 2d6 again for both of those because it's the rule is to roll 2d6. So when I move up to ranged, I'm rolling 2 times now because I did it 2 times in the first one before it became not a 6. And so let's roll the first one. Ooh, 6. So that goes up to the next one. Let's roll the second one. Oof, that one goes up to the next one too. So we go to psychic. Okay, so this is going to be some psychic. 2. Wow, 2d6 on both of these. Okay, let's roll. First one is a 5. Causes mysterious effects, sonic blast, poisonous cloud, GM's discretion. Uh-oh, this is getting scary. Causes, okay, then let me do the second effect, which is another 2d6, because I kind of forgot to do this before, but that's okay. A 3. Causes trait drain until long rest or cured. Ooh, that's like a white or something from old D&D. Yikes. Okay, let's see. Arachnoid or dinosaurian. That's just a D. Oh, that's a coin flip. So roll D2. 1. Arachnoid. Okay, creepy arachnoid. Creepy psychic Arachnoid. Well, it's a mutated forest, so that absolutely makes sense. What did this one get for this mutated forest? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let me I really want to play with that. So let me do an inherent trait for this thing. I mean, it's already got some weird stuff. Let me just do it again. 10. Oh, what's 10? Roll again and add a unique ability. Okay, there's that. Another 10. Wow, 2 unique abilities. And let me roll again. Oh! You know what? I'm going to go with it. Another 10. And a 6. 6. Keen sense, hearing, sight, and smell. Okay, well, that makes sense. Yikes, this thing is deadly. Let me move this over here because that's going to make sense. I had 3 other unique abilities. Okay, let's go with the D8. 3. Layer. Well, okay, we'll have gain natural diving, yeah, to the skills, stealth, prowess, stats, whatever, because they're in their layer. So let's just add that. This is creepy. Okay. Do another D8. 4. Pack attack. The creatures tend to fight alongside others of its kind. Wow. We're getting tricky here. Complicated. Maybe too complicated. And one more roll of D8. Probably should, I'm going to do it on the other one and ignore the 10 though, because I feel like that could use some more love. Weakness. They got a weakness. I'll give them a weakness, something. The Lord, maybe? That's their weakness. The Gospel. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this. Okay. Whew, okay. I got to come up with a creature for this. I don't like this drive test. Giant arachnoids, yay. Which is fine. I feel like it should have a inherent trait, so let me give it one. A 6. Yeah, okay, well, duh. Keen sense of senses. That's fine. Okay, I don't feel like I got anything else out of this. Like, added stuff. Because I rolled. I didn't get any, like, survivors. They're in there. Somewhere. I thought. Yeah, there's some in there. They're not, there's not often, but there's some in there. Don't say you know. Okay, yeah. I mean, there could be encounter roll survivors. Okay, I'm going to clean this up. Well, I'll just clean it up right now. I have. So this is their home base or home area. Then I'm going to make where is it? That's the original game. It's the first church. Home base here. Home base, okay. So they're gonna have the same home base. I'm just gonna copy it though and make their own map. Where is it? Here it is. Let me do a copy. Put this in the story area, rename it. XMAP story. Okay. And let me view this one. Okay, nothing different needs to go on here. Same people. Oh, I need to make the characters. Let me work on the characters. All right, let me make a folder for that. Story stuff. Okay. And I'm gonna make, I like to get the images here first of the characters, just using the tile, because I do find the way you gotta make characters are very just not as simple as Roll20 does it. You can just Roll20, just drag it and make a character, make a token. Here you gotta create an actor, find the token art. Okay, so I gotta come up with some names. Jake. I'm just gonna go with Jake. Let's do this guy. He's gonna be Jake. We need the PDF. I'm gonna make him a character. Okay, so that's that. I will make the character in a sec once I get all 4 of them sort of set up. Jake, go in story stuff. Okay, and then let's create another guy. I would like to see this, please. Well, let me do the doctor guy. What's his name? Doc. Just call him Doc. I call him Doc. He's cool with that. Doc, 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 Doc. Okay, and then a character sheet. Yes. Let's get the prototypes linked. You got to remember all this stuff. Wish it would kind of default to. I wonder if there's a setting that you could default to that as the creation, but whatever. Come on, make it bigger. Okay, that's an. Oh my gosh, really? Feel free to go back the way you came. Okay, done? Okay. All right, there's Doc. I do want to do this typical looking dude for the pastor. I call him Cunningham. I don't know why I just Cunningham. Rob Cunningham. Pastor Rob. We'll do pastor. No, he's not a pastor, so Deacon Rob. Deacon Rob. It's this guy. And I'm going to base the characters off the artwork. You know, like what they use. There's the character sheet. Then a female character. One female. I don't do marriage, which I really should, but it's just kind of a tough thing to, don't say it's a tough thing to approach. Oof. Maybe I will do her. She's got the ukulele. Yikes, 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 yikes. If that's what I should do or not. Yikes. Artie. Her name is Artie. Let's go with it. We're doing it. Artie it is. She's Artie. She plays the ukulele. I can play the ukulele, not great, but I can play it. I'm not gonna do it for this. I'm not gonna. And I noticed I tried to play it to my nieces online, but the mic won't pick it up unless I plug it in, I think. Anyway, whatever. Okay. All right. So here's the characters. Let me make them now, and I'm pretty sure I can do it pretty easily too. I'm going to show you how to make a character, whether you want me to or not. If you're here, if you've gotten this far, you get 3 glory points for making a character. Okay, let me know. Making a character, 3 glory points. All right. Let's see. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Making a character. Oh, I need to look at the rules. I got to do one at a time. So let me just close some of these. Yeah, it's a bit hard. These maps, or character sheets, they're hard to see. I mean, with all the stuff at the top there. Okay, this one is Deacon Rob, calling, Deacon, missionary, player, story. Glory points. Well, we're going to start with 6. Oh, let me look at the new. Well, I can at least put his basic stuff. So here, let me. Prowess. I'm going to say 2 and 3 and 1. 0. Yeah, boy. All right, we're going to say -2, man. That's going to -1 and 0. Is it Deacon? Okay, well, he's got a utility axe. 2 skill. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Oh, I should do damage. Utility axe, D8, range, melee, style, pull, bleed. Not bleed 8. That's an older. Just bleed. Okay. I don't even think pull is necessary, but whatever. Plus, I'm gonna give him +1 to salvage. +1 salvage. And then he's got a handgun. -2, not very good. Skill, yikes. Gear. Damage is D8. Medium. Crushing. Auto 3. If you want. So what is -2 for handgun? So basically it's a minimum of just a D6. So he's literally doing 4 D6, 4. He's doing 1 D6 shot and then 3 D6s for the auto fire. Pew, 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 pew. Actually, auto 3 is kind of a lot. Oh, whatever. Okay. What does he get for gear? Let's look at his artwork real quick. Let me see what he looks like. I just kind of look at him. Okay, he's definitely got armor on. Padded armor. Bible. Okay. Plastics. Oop, not there. This one, plastics. Plastics. It doesn't look heavy duty though, so I'm gonna do a D4. It looks kind of lighter. D4. His dodge is -2. He's boy, he better not get hit. Boy. Okay, spirit is 3, so I'm gonna give him some. I'm gonna give him heal, bless, and protection. Yeah, we're gonna go with those. Okay. So those are his blessings, and you basically know what those are. And he's going to have, he's pretty light on all this stuff. Let me see, rations and water. Okay, holster, handgun, 3 ammo. Oops. What else does he want? Light, breather, and essentials, which I don't know what that is. I just put it in there. I don't know. You can come up with a few things of your own. Small things, lighter, whatever you want. 3 mediums: laboratory kit, quiver, tools. Oh, Bible. Bible's a medium. Okay. Oh, let me put that in here just because it's got it. Bible. -2. D2. Melee. Preach. Exhort. +1. Shield. Shield +1. And versus AP. Okay. So, well, shield +1. So that's not, you know, he's not good at it. So that's not going to help him until he gets his awareness up to use it. But I think we're going to have a preach skill and exhort. So let's look at those real quick. Making a character. Well, I know what preach is. Exhort, I believe, what did I do for exhort? I can decide really what I want it to be. So I think it's going to be, there's no exhort here, but preaching there is. Praying. All right, let's do praying, which this will help too. So preach, praying. Actually, I'm going to put these in with the blessings because they're skills technically, but they're, you know, part of the, don't say, you know, they're part of the his ministry thing. Okay, so they start with, I've got new rules here. So they start with that, yeah, so spend 6 glory points. Okay, let's spend 6 right now. And then he's going to get the clergy thing here. Or should I? Let me spend 6. So, yeah, 1, so that's 2. 1 here, 3, 4, 5, and one more is 6. Let me do his vitality real quick, which I believe is just, yeah, normal. So that it would be a D6 plus 6. 12 plus 2 is 14. Excellent. All right, fantastic. And then one more skill. Let me raise one of these up. Yeah, he's like, I think, okay, I'm gonna go up to 1 there. That's cost 1. He is like, I need to be more aware. I need to wake up. This is the real deal. Okay, that's good. Okay. I think we're done. That's the character. That's it. That's all he needs. I mean, well, no, I got more. He gets 3 blessings, prayer +1, preach +1. Okay. So those add on top of these. So now it's 2 and 2. 2 and 2. It says preach 2, prayer 2, and faith skills, only 4. That's not good, but yeah, this is going to have to be. Okay, 0. These are first level, you know. Rebuking. I'm going to write that down. I don't have it. exhort. Other skills, salvage. -1. Okay, where? That's that one because he's got a utility axe. Okay. Plus the 1 here, so he's just a minimum roll of d6, and that's it. Okay, so that character's done, I would say. Spirit is 3, so preach +3, prayer +3, +3, 0 +3, 0 +3. So what is exhort? Exhort helps with encouraging someone. So if they're stressed, you can do exhort. Rebuke is obviously but it's only against people. Rebuke is to reduce their vitality, literally kind of like a spell, but it's about reducing them to 0 so that they just don't want to fight or do anything violent. Their vigor. Okay, that's it. This guy's got everything done. Writer's Water, Bible. Yeah, that's all he's got. Very simple. All right. Let me move on to Artie. Let's go to Artie. Artie. She's a woman evangelist. Let's start with 6. All right. So she's evangelist 3. Let's do socials 2 because we're performing. And then I'm going to say -1, 0, -1, and -2. Oh boy. Oh boy. Her weapon, I believe, is a handgun. Yeah, just a basic handgun. Handgun looks like she's got a medical kit there. 1. We'll do the skill in a sec. D8. Medium. Crushing. Auto 3. AP 1. Okay. Well, she has a Bible, so let me go ahead and put the Bible down. Bible. -1. D2, melee, preach, +1, shield, +1, and versus AP. Okay, so I'm definitely going to give her this. And she can use it. So aware, +1, shield +1. So she's got 2 dodge. It's something. She's got no armor. Yikes. Let's roll her hit points right now. Ooh. This D4 +4. 5 -1. Right? Is that right? Boy. What is her hits? Vitality. Yeah. What did I say? 5 -1 is 4. Oof. Oh boy. Just don't get. See, we want our women. I'm very happy that we do it this way because that's the true way of doing it. It's the true way of you got to protect the women. It's very very nerve-wracking. Okay, the ukulele is going to be medium because it's kind of a big instrument. I mean, small, but it's still clunky. It's not heavy, but it's clunky. So she's going to have ukulele skill. Social +2. Okay, what else we got here? Medkit. Medkit. Rations and water. Holster. Gun. 3 ammo. Essentials, light source, breather. You can put light stuff in medium and heavy if you want. But 1, 2, 3, and then cooking gear. Cooking gear, camping gear. She's going to have all that, even though it doesn't show. Okay, so her blessings are, let's take a look for a woman. Evangelist. Okay, she has the aid skill, cleaning. I mean, she can pick other things too, but she's gonna do this stuff. I'm serious. Oh, did I give her savvy? Ooh, she's not a very good cleaner. Distraction. Okay, well, we'll have her do that one. Oh, she can have the Bible defense. Okay, women's touch. Let me do women's touch, actually. This is under women's touch, so it means she gets women's touch skill is a skill that then can re-roll any of these ones below, or anything that kind of equates to a woman's skill. So I'm gonna give her Bible and more, and it can be rolled. Bible. Oops. Bible shield. Bible. Okay, so spirit. Oh wow, it's a spirit. 0 + 3. Women's touch 1. I think they get a 1 to start. Save me social. Let's put that one in there. I should probably just put these. Save me social 2. Okay. Ukulele social 2. Okay. Women's touch is just 1, and that covers all women's things. Now I haven't spent feigning and distraction. Okay. So she can do these. Feigning, overt, social 2, distraction, subtle, social 2. So these are things that she can do to distract people and help. Let's do the aid skill. Aid skill. I mean, everybody gets 1. 2 blessings start. Women's touch 1. Okay, 2 women's touch skills at 1 die rank each. Okay. 2 blessings to start. So, and they are up here. Let's just do it. Okay. I mean, miracle of healing is really important, so I'm gonna get that one. And counseling. I think I'm gonna do that one. Yeah, let's do those 2. Miracle of healing and counseling. Success. Reduces stress. So it could be like she could play music. She just consoles. Reduces stress. Okay. I think those are pretty good. I still haven't spent her 6 skill points yet. Okay, so what am I going to spend them on? Okay, so when do they go right? Okay, 1 here. Yeah, let me do this as the Bible shield. So if that's the case, she gets to use her 3 because of this thing right here. Let me put a little asterisk there. Little asterisk here. It's the pans and more woman's thing. Pans and more skill. So it's a special women thing that they just know how to find something and block and be defensive. So 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 there. That makes that 4. So that's gonna add on to here. So instead of this, I'm going to Bible shield is now 4. 4 and 1 is 5. Boom. So this here, this is not her attack. She can't attack with this. It's for shield only, so. Ooh, how should I do that? Okay, put this back to -1. Never mind. And then this here, I'll just keep it here. So it's really here anyway. 5. Okay. Use shield. Okay. Not use shield. Just that's okay. I'll just do that. But here's a Bible shield. Okay, so Bible shield. Oh, 3 spirit plus 1 for the shield itself. So she gets that. Here, let me write that down here. Plus 1 Bible. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and give her 1 skill. Why not? Boom. And this is now 5. Oh no, I can't double do it. Okay. Whoops. So 3, 4. No, let me take that off. So it's just 4 here, 1 here, 5. Okay, that's what it is. All right. 1 for skill, 1 for skill. This is not here. That's not there. Okay. 1 for skill for the Bible shield. 1 for the handgun. All right. 1 for faith. Got that. 1 for ukulele. Give me a break. Singing. Let's just boom, boom, boom. Another 1 there. They can. If you can do both, you're even better for. So it's in essence 1 and 1 plus the social of 2. So she'll get 4 ranks, not 2 socials, to do ukulele and singing of songs. Seeks psalm book for singing. Okay, I'm gonna write that down because she's gonna try to. I'm gonna try to roll that in the base to see if she can get one that I can give to her. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more. Medical. Yeah. First aid. I just got to do it. +1. Oh no, there's a doctor there, so I'm not going to do it. So no. Okay. She's got it. Not very helpful. What about cooking? Cooking is intellect. Well, she's not a good cook. Not good with cleaning either. Savvy. Boy, just go with feigning. Save me. You know what? I'm going to take 1 for save me. Well, how about aid skill? Yeah, save me. Just in case she needs it. So save me. She can call out and someone automatically gets a free turn to come to her rescue, basically, I believe, if she succeeds at it. 1, make imbue a nearby male ally a free maneuver in action to intercede, giving them a direct to any prowess-based roll. May use only once per encounter with her successes, right? If she succeeds at it, rolls it, and succeeds, they will get that same successes to do something and to their prowess-based roll. So let's go with that. Okay, she's done. Oh no, not done. I gotta look. Well, make sure I spent all her character class stuff. Let's see, what else? 2 women's touch skills. Okay, so I spent the glory points, but I didn't spend those ones. So, and I can add these 2. I'm going to add it 2 because they're more expensive and it's more worth it. 2 there. I'll put it on women's touch, 2 there. So the women's touch means she can re-roll 2 of the rolls twice and take the second roll. So this goes up to 6 now. Boom. So she's pretty defensive there. 5. You know what? And maybe the save me. I'm not going to do the save me then because she's got a pretty good defense. So instead of the save me, I'm going to do. What else is in there? I mean, I could come up with other ones as well. Let me see. Gain a new blessing. What else? I can come over here. Maybe she should draw. No, she's. What's her awareness? 1 awareness. I think she should take 1 in drive, just in case. One in drive, just in case. Be a little helpful. Okay. I think I should do it the other way around. Actually, I'm not doing this right. +1, +1, +1. Do the skill second and the trait first. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing all this in front of the spirit and 2 skills in it, so +2. Okay, I'm getting really tricky here. Okay, she's done now. Yep. And that's her. Deacon, he's good. She's good. Okay. Let's go with Doc. All right, Doc. We need your intellect. I think he's going to be... Okay. Ooh, he's got a gun. I'm going to give him a good awareness then, the second from you. He's going to be the driver too. 1, 0, -2, oops, -2, -1. Yep, so rifle, sniper rifle. I'll say that. You know, it's a rifle, sniper rifle, whatever. 2, we'll go figure that out in a minute. D12. Far, 2-handed, crushing, AP3, suppressed, F shooter, hidden, and I think he has a handgun as well, so handgun, 2, D8, medium, crushing, AP1, auto, 3. Okay, so he's going to have definitely the medical gear. And traversing gear. Might as well. Lab kit, sure. Let's do another med kit just in case. No, he's got to have the rifle. The sniper rifle, is it heavy? Yeah, okay, so he can't have the traversing gear. Rifle. Lab kit. Grasslands and water. What tools? Oof. Okay, well, utility, I don't really need much. Okay, holster, handgun, 3 ammo, breather, rad scan, 1, 2, 3, comm locator. Somebody else needs a comm locator. Okay. All right, so he's the doctory guy. Doc, medical, research. So he's definitely out there looking for stuff. Why is the spirit one? I don't think he needs a spirit. So I may want to change that around to, you know, he relies on these other things. Okay, so let's roll his hit points. D6 plus 6. 4, 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay, 9. Oh, he's got no armor. No armor there. And dodge is going to be, yeah, his awareness 2. That's all he's got. Yeesh. He's definitely not going to be up in the front. Okay, I want to play it. I want to play it like it is. You know, the way it looks. That to me is more important than doing like the best. All right, let's go down here. So obviously we have this kind of stuff here. Medicine +1, surgeon. Okay, wait, I want to do the 6 skills first. 6. Sure, I'll use them all up. What do we got here? What do we got? Yeah, surgeon wounds. Surgeon. Surgeon, first aid. Those are the 2. Chemistry. Let me see the names. You know, I can come with whatever I want. Chemistry and toxins. Or flora and fauna. What do I think here? Chemistry and toxins. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go chemistry and toxins. Flora. Fauna. What's the other one? Ecology. Okay. Just gonna write some down that I think maybe he'll want to use. Medicine and disinfectants. Okay. I think that's probably it. Let me see. I think that's, I don't know, he's probably going to focus on that kind of stuff. Let me think. I don't know. Was he anything else? Just biology and genetics, I guess. Not that I'm going to do skills on all these. Okay. I think he's going to worry about, we've got 6, so intellect 3 plus 1. Okay, 1 there. Intellect 3. It could be savvy or intellect plus 1 there. Okay. Chemistry and toxins. Let's go with this one. Intellect 3 plus 1. Intellect 3. 3. Intellect. These all, you know, you can figure it out. He's got to get some skills. So 1, 2, 3. Oh. 4. Let's do a dodge. Dodge. 5. Yeah, he's gonna do some dodging. What's this one? 6. Okay. So to get more vitality, it would cost him 2 glory points. But and then I want to. What does he got for his +1 medicine, surgeon, 2 intellect skills? Okay. Medicine, surgeon. Well, 1 there. I'll just do first aid. That's fine. And then 2 here. So I'll go with these guys because it's cheaper to take advantage of that upgrade. Okay, so I think that's it for this guy. He's out to research and keep them alive. You know, on the lookout. Wants to improve his medical gear. So at the base, I'm going to have him roll to see if he can upgrade it before he goes out. That'll be kind of fun to do that. All right, that's the doc. Oof. All right, let's do Jake. Jake the... Oh, he's got like medical. I think he's just wearing that just to... He's going to have some Bible. Give him a little bit of Bible thing in with him. So anyway, I'm going to do 3, 2... what should I do? 3, 3, 2, 1, 0. Shoot. Yeah. -1, -2. Okay. Just looking at his character that I made for him. Okay, so he's going to have the shotgun. And does he have a handgun? Oh, I would say combat knife. Combat knife. That he can use a 3 for that because it's lighter. Okay, let me roll his vitality. 5, 7, and 6 is 13. All right, 13. Dodge right now is a 3. He's got pretty good armor, so padded, low tech. So I'm going to give that T6. Whew. Okay, well, what else has he got? I think he's got a utility belt. What's utility belt? Ammo. Ammo, and 1 medium. Bible. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, the Bible's going to give him 1 shield. Yep, yeah, I'm just going to do it. That's what I do. Bible. 2. What does it do here? Bible. Preach, exhort. I'm gonna give him exhort. You know, it's like he just tries to encourage others. +1. AP. And 1. Yeah, so. And 1. Okay. So if there's some weapon out there that does AP, this Bible actually takes it down by 1 because they're really thick, and that's what it is. Okay. Shotgun goes here. D10. Medium or short. Two-handed, crushing, AP through, no. Auto 2, shell, AP2 or +1 to hit. All right, we're just going to do the +1 to hit. No, we can change it. Just got to remember. No one ever uses this. The two options there. It's kind of funny. It's like either a buckshot or a bird shot, you know, or a pellets rather. Okay, light, water. Oh, put that under rations. Rations and water. Oh, padded armor, right? Yeah. Armor. Forgot to put that on the other guys. Okay, shotgun. Camping gear. Let me kind of switch these up. Camping gear. Someone else. Armor. Yeah, let's put him climbing gear. Traversing gear rather. Or either one. Traversing gear. Any other heavy? AP. Okay, so he's full. Camping gear. What else is there besides camping gear? Machine tools. Uh-oh, who's gonna repair? Uh-oh. 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 Doc? Oh boy. Ooh. Shoot, 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 shoot. Who's gonna repair? Well, looks like a doc. Repair gear. Repair weapons. Repair. Oh boy. Shoot. All right, we need to change this. Maybe I'll have him be. But who looks like they. You know, he's not going to use his prowess for anything, so I'm going to change this guy to 2 and -1. He may be big, but he's just not. So he's going to have to do the repair. Okay. Let me take. Where's the dock? Take all this. Put it here. Oh. I think I want to make him. Oh, do I want to make him security or driver techie? He's gonna have to drive too. Okay, we're gonna have to make him the driver techie. So we don't even have a combat guy, technically speaking, a warrior. Which is, you know what? I gotta play it that way. Yeah, driver techie. Okay, let's do it that way. So let's. But he's got a Bible though. That's the thing. I have a Bible on him, so I can't. I want to keep. I got to keep the one there. 0. He seems like he's loquacious just based on the image. 2. So I think he's just his intellect is the weak. I just based on the image and the way we kind of have him. I think that's the way. I feel like his social should be higher too, but I can't. I gotta have awareness for his gun and driving, and then tech for his repairs. So drive. Aware 3. Well, so you start with 1. Repair gear, salve 2 +1. Repair weapons, salve 2 plus 1, salve 2 plus 1, or repair transport. I'm just gonna keep it generic. I could be more specific, but really I gotta be nice about it. Okay, so there's that. So I did what there? 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm gonna give him an exhort, even though you don't have it. Spirit one. Encouragement, you know. If he rolls it, it could reduce stress. Okay. Help somebody. Okay, so what else? We got and then he's got 4 more glory points. For tech stuff only. Okay. Shoot. I made him glory points as opposed to +1 die ranks. I think I'm gonna change it to +1 die ranks. Or yeah, I'll just leave it at 4 glory points. It's kind of tricky. So 10 0. It's gonna spend all 4 somehow. So let's say 2 and 2. Or let me do 1 here. And I'll do 1 there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 more. One more. Drive. 1 more. Comlinks? No. Repair. Low tech, high tech. Okay, let's go with those. Repair, low tech, and high tech. Repair. You know, you can do either one. That's fine. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. It's fine. You can let it go a little like that. Oh, salvage. Let's do salvage. Plus aware +1. Okay. Okay, so that's the characters. That's all I need. And you know, they're pretty low. I mean, you know, they got pretty low skills. They're he's gonna try he's gonna try use his exhort. Try use his aware to spot what he needs, then exhort to encourage missionary support to get something, whether it's ammo, better ammo, armor, tools. Oh, he got tools. Shotgun. Oh no, he's gonna need camping gear. He needs tools. Shoot. Machine tools. Well, I got tools. Let's just do tools. 1, 2, 3. Oops. So not the rations and water. Well. Column locator. Shensels. Breather. Rad scanner. No light source. Okay. What are essentials? Let me see. Do I have that written down here somewhere? Man, I should. Essentials. Fire blade, 30-meter cable, lantern. Oh, jeez. let me rewrite this. Let's see. Fire cable lock. No, pick lock. Pick lock. Pick lock. Pick lock. Lock. Pick and lock. Oops, pick and lock. One more thing. Fire 30 M cable. Fire 30 M cable. Pick lock. What else? That's essential. Something cool. Comes in handy. Fork. Fork. Just say that. Okay. Breather. All right, man. I'm going slow, long, arduous. 2 hours. Nuts. Jake the. Oh, I haven't. I'm going to say Jake the. Okay. There's our characters. There we are. We've got. Let's put them on the map. I'm going to put them in here for starters. Artie. Deacon, Doc, Jake. Deacon, I think, is a little bigger. Jake's a little bigger. A little bit bigger. Okay. There they are. I like to make these consistent. Oh, come on, where is it? Somewhat consistent here. What did I do? 1.2. So I'm just doing the size, and then like that matters right now. Okay, let me just deal with that later. All right, so these, I'm going to start off the story of them in this place. Oh, let me get rid of this guy here. You know, and oh, they got to get a transport. Let me put the transport in there. Come on, where's the vehicles? Okay, here it is. Oh, it's not in there. Okay. I mean, I know I have it, but I only know this one. Okay, so let me... No, not that one. This one here. What's the name of this thing? Story. I gotta turn off the sheet to get to the access the actual name of this thing. Story. Okay, then go back to the sheet. take all this off. That's their other characters' stuff. I'll leave everything like as it is. No big deal. Take that off. Take this off. That's their modified one. That's fine. Okay. This one goes up in the story folder. Okay. Let me just kind of move these around as props. All right, so this is the Christian bunker commune, whatever they're living in right now, and they're going to be on a mission to leave. I think we will open with them in here. And these guys, no, that's not where they're going to do it, because that's the coder area. I'll do it over here. I think I'm going to try to, I might have to make another individual for the colonel or major or whatever character. Okay. All right. 2-hour prep. Making a, pre-production for a show. A solo adventure show. Let's take a quick look again at the maps. So this is where they're going to be exploring, and I got to flesh out the notes and create a story. This is where they're at. That's too big. Let me just shrink this down. Well, whatever. And they're going to drive out to one of these other places. Just gonna all right. I hope that doesn't do it for this guy. No, okay, I hope that just stays there for this one. Okay, so they're here at the home base, and then we'll start the story. I'll flesh out the hexes though a little more, and I'll do a live sort of story-driven story. I don't know, trying to make it like a show. And what unfolds will unfold with me as well as you, and whether they live or die too. So, okay, that's it for this. I'm going to do a little bit of finishing up the creatures and stuff, but I think that's been enough recording. Only been 2 hours. Wow. Okay. Game of life, everybody. We gotta make Christian stories. Even as mamby-pamby as this, we gotta make Christian stories about evangelism and church planting. And so I'm just trying to show you a way of doing it, prepping something, and then creating it. And this will be a separate video from the actual story. But I'm just desperate for Christian missionary church planting stories. There are none. I mean, there's 3 that I am aware of in the entire pagan pantheon of movies and shows. So anyway, and yet that is what created Western culture, the planting of churches across Europe. That's why they hate the white people. They hate white people not because they're white. They hate them because of Jesus Christ, because that's the only place that the church survived. So that's why they're after white people. They're not after us because of our skin color. All right, game of life, everybody. Roll holy dice.